Do you see what I see? It's my carpet. I found it. And when I found it, I actually mean I found it. I know that you should trim your ivy, if you have one, 2 times a year. This year, I did not do it. So if you want to find my front door, you have to do motions like these. Is this an excuse for the mailman to stick my carpet into my ivy instead of knocking on my door? I don't know. Maybe. I went to the store to get myself some food last night, and when I came back I thought, wait a minute, what is this? Just a little piece of it was sticking out. I was very lucky because besides me, almost everybody was inside because, yep, we had a big storm. It's still a little bit bumpy. While this beautiful carpet was outside, I actually got an emergency message on my phone saying, NL alert, NL alert, you need to stay inside because it is dangerous outside. Sweet, sweet carpet, did you not get the memo? This is actually really nice. I think this carpet and we belong together. It came over here all the way from the United Kingdom. I'm pretty sure that it did not go on a plane or on a boat. I am pretty sure that it just orbed itself over here straight into my ivy. Whoo, pop! And there it was. The size of this carpet is just perfect for this space. I've added this little cabinet. This is just a temporary thing. Right now the coat rack that I have, it looks like it is way too high because this cabinet is so small. But the cabinet that is going to be here is going to be a lot higher. It is about 150 centimeters. That is almost as tall as I am. I am 7 centimeters taller than this cabinet, so if we go down about 7 centimeters, somewhere to about here, the cabinet is going to be about this high. So I am actually only going to have about this much space between the cabinet and the coat rack. Space that I can use for all kinds of nice things, like art, for example. I actually already decided to hang something over there. 2 vintage bags that I found at a flea market. It is already starting to get dark outside, but there are still so many things that I want to show you. So I think I'm going to grab myself a filming light and I'm going to settle down over here on my beautiful new rug. And then we can go take a look at some beautiful thrift store treasures. I am definitely going to need this because there's also something else that I want to do. It has something to do with a motion like this. Besides me showing you all kinds of beautiful things that I found in the thrift store, I also want to do a little experiment. I don't know if you heard it yet, probably, but I'm going to be a grandmother in a few months and I want to use this little thing to see if I can figure out if this baby is going to be a boy or a girl. This is something that is very special to me because it is something that my youngest son made for me when he was in high school. This is not only my favorite necklace, but it also works as a pendulum. So you can use it to ask all kinds of questions. My son and his girlfriend, they are not planning to keep this a secret. So in a few weeks time, we are going to find out if this baby is a boy or a girl, and we are going to find out if this little thing was right. They brought over this baby album to me with some pictures of the ultrasound inside. It is so tiny, but already, can you see it? Tiny little arms and tiny little legs. It is the cutest thing. This was the first ultrasound. Right after she found out that she was pregnant, and it was exciting because we knew that everything was going well, but you can't see anything. But right now you can clearly see a tiny little human being. So to my future grandchild, if you ever see this video, this is you. This is you and I already love you. I have it over here and I am actually going to use it because maybe it is going to help me to get a more clear answer. Using something like this is very harmless. It is not something that you can compare to, for example, a Ouija board. You should never ever use an Ouija board. It is very dangerous. But this is not. It is just energy. It is just a way of connecting to your subconscious and to your intuition. We do know a lot more than we think we do. I will give you a little example. A nice example of this is when you lose something. When you lose something, you actually know where it is because you put it there, but you just can't remember. And sometimes using something like this is something that can really help you out with finding stuff, because it helps you with connecting to things that you already know, but you just can't remember, or things that you are just not aware of. Hey, Billy. What is it? Hi. As soon as I hang this above the ultrasound picture, it is already starting to move. First, I am going to establish that a yes is a circle. A yes is a circle. And a no is a straight line. Let's just ask some random questions just to verify some things. Am I sitting on top of a very old carpet right now? It is saying no. Am I sitting on a green carpet right now? Still no. Am I sitting on a carpet that has the colors blue, red and yellow? Am I 75 years old? Am I 75 years old? It is saying no. Thank the Lord. Even though I'm going to be a grandma, I'm not there yet. Am I 44 years old? Am I 44 years old? It is saying yes, and this is correct because I am 44 years old. Is my name Marike? Is my name Eva? It's very hard to keep my hand completely still and to still breathe and talk at the same time. Is the baby on this ultrasound picture in this book a boy? Is it a boy? Is the baby on this ultrasound picture in this book a girl? Is it a girl? Is this baby going to arrive in this world safe and sound? Big yes. Am I going to see this grandchild a lot when it is born? my grandchild that you see over here on this picture a boy? Is my grandchild that you see over here on this picture a girl? This is a very clear answer. Well, according to this little thing, it is definitely a girl. Do you realize that I'm going to look like a complete fool on YouTube if this baby is going to be born being a boy? You better be right. Talking about babies, let's move on to the thrift haul of today. Besides a few beautiful things that I found for my home, I also found some things for this cute little tiny human being. I hate filming with film lights. It's so bright. Okay, so I went to the thrift store 2 days ago. The thrift store that I have in my street. And I saw this very cute, very old little vintage doll. I'm just going to buy one because they are quite expensive. I think these are very, very old. I just can't leave it. It is definitely hand painted. I don't know if you can see it, but the eyes are a little bit different. It also has a little bit of wear and tear, but this is actually something that I really like. So I bought this one, but I actually had two. And I left this in the thrift store just because €7.50, well, for me right now is actually quite a bit of money. But I could not get this little thing out of my mind. So this morning I went back and I couldn't find it. It was gone. These two were lying on top of a piano and the entire piano disappeared. But then I remembered that on the back side it is saying vitrine. And vitrine is a little area behind the glass that they use for things that are a little bit more expensive and antique. So I went to the vitrine. I have no idea how you say this in English. And there it was. So now we actually have two. I am actually planning to create a little baby room upstairs. Because I am very hopeful that I can babysit a lot. And this is going to look so cute. And even if it is going to be a boy, you know, who cares? And then something completely different that I found this morning. It's a cow! When it comes to toys, I have to be honest, I'm not a fan of buying things that are made out of plastic. I think a little child is going to love something like this because when you move it, the little head actually moves. I mean, how cute! And all of this for just 50 cents. You probably already saw something behind me. This very vintage lamp. And I love it. It is so cozy. I just love everything about this lamp. Also the little feet that are underneath it. It was €7.50. It definitely needs a little bit of a clean. Even the switch is very vintage. And then I bought another one of these. And what I like the most about it is this. I just love this. This very vintage looking lamp on this very vintage looking piece of lace. I also found this adorable little bird. I do not like the frame. I'm definitely going to change the frame out for something else. What I really like is that somebody made this by hand. I am not completely sure yet if this is going to end up in this space. I think so. I want to experiment a little bit with using all kinds of different colors. So yeah, a little vintage bird and a little vintage lamp and a little vintage lace, whatever, however you call it in English. How do you call this in English? Please let me know. I also found this. I don't know if this is supposed to be a vase or a flower pot. I think it is supposed to be a vase, but I could definitely use it as a flower pot I actually do have a whole pile of all kinds of other things, but most of those things are for my living room or for my kitchen. I found a lot of things for my kitchen and I want to share all of those things in a different video. For this video I wanted to stick to the baby stuff and some little things that I want to use in this space over here. I am so happy with my carpet. I was so nervous. I was so scared that I wouldn't like it, but I actually do. I am going to keep my eyes open for a real vintage rug. I have been calling it a carpet for this entire video, I think. It's a rug, okay, I know. I'm also hoping that this video is less echoey, because there's finally something in this space, even though this cabinet is not going to stay in here. I am going to change everything up, but this is definitely a keeper. You are over here. Maybe you guys are going to say, but I saw you moving your hand. Yes, of course I'm moving my hand, because it is nearly impossible to keep your hand completely still. But I promise you, I did not do anything to make this thing move. Are you eating my pants? What do you think about the new rug? Do you like it? I am always a little bit of a skeptic when it comes to this, especially when it comes to me doing this. So I am taking all of this with a little bit of a grain of salt. I do think that it is a lot of fun and I do always love a little experiment. Pendulum is the most difficult word for me to remember. I keep saying pendant or pendulant. Pendulum. Can I just call this a pendant? Because it is much easier for me. I don't think that this is a very special skill. I really think that everybody can do this. You just need to find yourself something that you can use as a pendant. Or you can go to a store and buy one. This is something that I do recommend, because using this is not easy. Because it is so heavy, and also because it has two cords instead of having one attached to the top of it. So it takes a little bit of effort to make this thing work. It is already starting to work. I know that you are excited. I am excited about it too. Just stop it. Stop it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I also really hope to see you in the next one. Bye!